We all know fruit, it's sweet and delicious, but sometimes, let's face it, they can be tricky to cut and peel.
Yeah, so hey, I'm so grateful you're here, Chef Bill, because you're going to show us how to cut all these tricky fruits, right?
Absolutely, and it's faster and easier than you think it is. For instance, take a watermelon. A lot of people like to cut it and leave the rind on, which is fine if you have a picnic and something to grab onto, but that's not always the case. So what you want to do first is very carefully cut off the ends. So now you've got some flat.
That's my mistake. I've never done that. And it rolls away.
Exactly. And this way, it's not going to roll away on you.
Now, we got to have Ashley try this before
I was going to say, you're making it look so easy. Now, is this a special knife?
This is called an offset handle serrated knife because it gives you lets you get your knuckles without hitting your knuckles on the board there, and it's nice and serrated, so you can cut through everything from tomatoes to fruit like this and bread. That is my go-to knife.
Huh.
All right.
Now, how do you make it so
fast?
You can do it, Ashley.
Okay.
I've practiced.
I don't want to waste any of it.
Oh, you didn't actually. That was a good cut.
Yeah. Thank you, Seth.
I'm also a supportive guy. So.
I know you are.
But
Whoa.
Oh, it's okay.
I have a knife in my hand.
Plus, I have another wrist. We're good.
Watch out. Just watch out, Chef Bill. All right. Is that it?
That's it. But also now, you see, you missed. Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, I missed a part.
It trims right off.
Right. See?
Yep.
Just like cutting chicken.
Exactly. Only it doesn't say cluck.
Yeah.
So now.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Exactly. If your watermelon's saying cluck, you've got a problem. So now, again, cut it in half, and cut it in half again. And so now, I'm just going to put some of the empties over here. So now, you've got it just like this. Now, you can cube it up like if you want, or sometimes I like to use this little
Now,
knife.
That's a ceramic knife.
This is a ceramic knife, which is really good for fruits and other things like that. Or you can't use it on bones, but all of a sudden, you start to set it up, you've got a little display.
Now, let me see that ceramic knife real quick. I just want to show everybody at home. So what's the difference? Why would someone go and get a ceramic knife?
Because it's very thin and is very, very sharp, and so you can do thin cuts, thick cuts. It's much more forgiving than a bigger, thicker knife. Okay. It's an optional toy, and being a professional, I get to play with optional toys. But it's a very nice, sharp knife, especially for fruit and things like that.
There you go. Then I'll give it back to you.
And now I'm going to demonstrate now a peach and a butter knife, and just go like that. It doesn't work as well with unripe peaches well off season, but all of a sudden, twist it like that, and see a little pit in there?
Yeah.
Just like
pops
an avocado,
right out.
huh?
How'd you do that
Exactly.
with your hands? I thought you had to do the avocado trick and really get it in there.
Because being a peach, again, it'll put up a fight if it's not a ripe peach. But just like that, here, would you like to try one?
I would actually.
Seth, come on.
All right. And just a butter knife, all you need.
All you need is a butter knife.
So right here?
You just go around, yep, spin it around like that.
So good.
Yeah, I will say I don't
Fresh
think
local peaches.
I've never eaten a whole peach in my life.
Well, this is your
Really?
chance.
Yeah, a little twist.
Give it a
They're
little twist.
peachy.
And then just
It'll pluck right out.
there it is. Look at that.
And
What nice.
do try this at home. And so now, whether it be with the ceramic knife, you can just do a few slices along like that. Careful, take your time.
This knife is.
It's very sharp.
It doesn't look like it would be, but
It looks
yeah.
like a fake plastic toy knife.
Yeah, it does.
And until you cut yourself with it, and then you realize, it's not. So,
You can eat the skin, right?
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So
Have you ever eaten a peach before?
I don't think I've ever eaten a peach before.
Really?
And
what-
this
what
will
if I don't
change.
like it?
That'll
I
change your
can't
life.
believe
No,
it.
eat the skin. Eat the skin.
Eat the skin.
Oh yeah, just eat
Yeah.
the whole thing.
It's not
Try
bad.
that for breakfast instead of garlic hummus, Seth.
I didn't eat garlic hummus for breakfast.
You did. All right, so what's the next fruit we're cutting?
So next we're cutting. Let me show you about a mango, because mango, and sadly there's no such thing as a local mango.
No.
So, but the peaches are local, the watermelon is local, but you just peel like this, and you come down around the sides like that. And when you buy, how do you buy a mango? Or I should say, what do you look for? If it's still like a rock, you won't be able to use it for a few days. Let it sit out and soften up. But you don't want it mushy either, because it's almost impossible to peel.
Is there a certain color you're looking for?
Usually, no, because there are also different varieties of mango. This could have more of a yellowy skin. Now, just like what we do with the pineapple, I'm going to cut a little bit off the bottom.
To give it a stand.
Give it a stand. Now, you see how it's not round, it's ovally, almost like an eggish ovally thing? You've got a big, large pit, flat, long pit inside. So what I'm going to do is, if I were to cut right down the top, I'm going to hit the pit. So I'm going to go to the outside and kind of work my way down around the side of the pit. And so, again, I know it's around there somewhere, and I'm just going to work my way down.
So it's almost like you're cutting an apple.
Exactly. But it's very unforgiving. With an apple, you can cut through the core. You really can't cut through this. And there's little bits left on here, and you can kind of trim it off or just nibble on it.
That's when you start nibbling on it.
Exactly.
I love mango, but I never cut it because I just don't want to have to bother with the frustration of cutting it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I'll try this piece though.
Sure.
You nibble on the pit.
That's good. I've only eaten one mango in my life before too. I feel really weird admitting all these things.
Wow,
Mango's good.
It's very good. So now you've got another one, the half there, and again, you got those slices. You can just arrange it like that.
The fan method is pretty classy looking.
It is,
know.
because what you also have here is, now you can cut it up, make a big fruit salad, but say it's a Sunday brunch or whatever, something for after dinner. It's a really nice looking presentation, and it's just a little bit different. As you can see, it doesn't take much time.
Okay, now lastly, the pineapple.
Well, no, actually, let's do the kiwi.
Oh, you're teasing me. Now I'm really excited for the pineapple.
I am. Well, we're getting there, because the great thing about the kiwi is a lot of people try and cut down the sides. It gets all funny looking. You can do it with a spoon. Just take the kiwi, put the spoon, put it right up inside the skin like that, and rotate it around.
Oh, this is a good trick.
Sometimes, it's great for parties. And so next thing you know, you've got this beautiful rounded kiwi with no waste.
Took like 15 seconds.
Exactly. Seth promised 30, so we can do 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
That would be impressive. I'm going to get my stopwatch out for next segment.
exactly. And so now you can cut this up any way you want. And again, you can arrange it, or you can just put that little half slice in it and just throw them around on there. So you can do anything you want with this and decorate it any way you want.
That's a great way to do it. Have you tried kiwi, Seth?
I've tried, not many. I don't do fruit.
Well, that's the message we want to send to kids. Thank you.
No, everybody should. It's just when I was young, I was an apple and orange guy.
Well, that's fruit. Last I checked.
No, I know, not a lot.
All right, so the pineapple you cut off just like you
Just
did with
like
the other with the
yep,
watermelon.
Yep, just like the other. And again, you want to cut down the sides like this, and just cut around. Now you're going to see all these little bits. You can dig those out.
Now, Bill, just talking about that knife because it's a pretty handy knife. Do you have to go to a specialty store for it?
Yes, because you can buy all kinds of serrated knives, bread knives they call them, just that doesn't have this little bump along there. But again, if you're cutting down, you hit your knuckles on the board. This way, by having it, as it's called, offset, off-center like that, it's not as common. But you can go to all kinds of places, knife stores. You can find them online.
Okay.
Just locally in Northampton, you've got Different Drummer's Kitchen, and you can buy it there.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to take these little bits out now, just for the sake of timing, but.
Oh, you cut
it right down the middle.
Cut it right up the middle, because don't forget, you've got this core up the middle.
Right.
So now, right there, we'll just take your knife, watch, careful of your hands, and cut down at an angle. And so what you've done now is, just like with the other, I'll just take this other little bit off, just like with the others, you can now, I'm going to use this other knife here so it won't stick as much.
Gotta have the right tools, right?
You might, and now it's all sticking.
We should have you back and say what knives you need.
Oh, absolutely. And because as you might know, I've written a knife book, which is going to be out in the spring, and I think you need 4.5 knives.
4.5 knives. One that's broken?
No, the half is, I don't have it right in front of me, but it's a little bench scraper to lift the food up and bring it over to there, into your pot, or if you're tossing something out.
This is beautiful, Chef Bill.
So,
I learned so much. I know our viewers did too. We'll be back with you to make something else yummy.
absolutely.
Because up
Looking forward
next, your
to it.
omelets stick to the pan while Chef